Right now, your brain is aging faster than it should, and you can't feel it. You think you're fine on 6 hours of sleep. You're not. A 2018 MRI study at University College London tracked people sleeping 6 hours a night for 30 days. By day 30, their brains looked like they'd aged 9 years. And here's the cruel part. They reported feeling completely normal. In the next 8 minutes, we'll go day by day. What happens at day 3, day 7, day 14, and the one shift at day 21 that makes the damage permanent if you don't reverse it? If you've ever thought 6 hours of sleep was enough, this is the science you've been missing. Let's start at day 1. Your brain has two modes, awake and asleep. They're not the same brain. When you're awake, your brain runs on hyperdrive, solving problems, processing emotions, storing memories, regulating mood. All of it eats energy and produces waste, literally. When you sleep, something incredible happens. Your brain switches modes. The cells shrink slightly, opening up channels between them. A clear fluid flushes through these channels, washing out the day's waste. Scientists call it the glymphatic system. It's your brain's nightly cleaning crew. Think of it like a construction crew that comes in every night to repair the building. They need 7 to 9 hours to finish the job. But if you only give them 6 hours, they start the repair, but they have to leave halfway through. The half-finished work sits there. The next night, they have to start over from a damaged building. And the night after that, the damage compounds. That's exactly what's happening in your brain. Now, here's what most people don't realize. The construction crew doesn't just clean the building, they specifically remove a substance called amyloid beta, the same substance that builds up in Alzheimer's patients. 6 hours of sleep means you accumulate amyloid faster than your body can clear it. And it adds up, day by day. Let's trace it. Day 1. You sleep 6 hours instead of 8. You wake up. You feel fine. Maybe a slight haze. A bit of coffee dependence. You convince yourself you're a 6-hour person. But here's what's actually happening in your brain. The glymphatic system needed 7 to 9 hours to finish its job. You gave it 6. About 23% of the waste isn't cleared. Day 2. The leftover waste from day 1 is still in your brain. You sleep 6 hours again. Another 23% stays behind. Now you're carrying 46% leftover waste. Day 3. You feel a little foggy, maybe slightly irritated. Maybe you blame the weather. But on an MRI, researchers at the University of Pennsylvania ran this exact study in 2003. After 3 nights of 6 hours sleep, participants' brains showed measurable changes in the prefrontal cortex, the part that handles judgment, planning, and emotional control. The interesting thing? Participants insisted they felt normal. This is the first lie your brain tells you about sleep. Day 7. The waste isn't just accumulating, it's beginning to do real damage. Amyloid beta, the same protein found in Alzheimer's brains, has now built up in measurable levels. A 2018 study at the National Institutes of Health found that just one night of 4 hours sleep raised amyloid beta by 5%. 7 nights of 6 hours sleep? Cumulative buildup of around 30%. Day 10. Your memory starts dropping things. Names. Where you left your keys. The point you were about to make. You don't notice it as a pattern. You blame the day. Here's another way to think about it. Memory consolidation during sleep is like a librarian reshelving the books you read during the day. With 7 to 8 hours the librarian finishes, every memory is filed properly. With 6 hours, the librarian leaves before the work is done. Books are scattered on the floor. Tomorrow you can't find them. That's the foggy, what was I about to say moment the librarian didn't finish. Day 14. By 2 weeks, the effects compound. A study published in the journal Sleep tracked cognitive performance during 14 days of 6-hour sleep. By the end, participants performed worse on tests than people who'd stayed awake for 24 hours straight. Worse than full sleep deprivation, and they didn't know it. Day 17. Your amygdala, the part of your brain that processes fear and emotion, starts going haywire. A 2007 study at Harvard found that sleep-deprived people show 60% more activity in their amygdala when shown emotional images. Their emotional reactions are amplified. Things that normally wouldn't bother them, bother them. Your patience starts thinning. You snap at small things. You feel off, but can't say why. Day 21, 3 weeks in, the damage starts to look more permanent. BDNF, the protein your brain uses to grow new neurons and form new connections, drops significantly. Your brain literally loses the ability to learn at the same pace. And here's the cruelest part. Researchers at the University of Surrey measured chronic 6-hour sleepers' MRIs after 21 days. The gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the most important part of your brain for higher thinking, had shrunk measurably. You can't feel gray matter shrinking, but it's happening. Day 25. Your immune system is now compromised. Sleep deprivation reduces natural killer cell activity by up to 70%. Your body's first line of defense against infection and cancer. Day 28. Insulin sensitivity drops. Your blood sugar regulation gets worse. This is why chronic short sleep is linked to type 2 diabetes. Day 30. The MRI study at UCL. After 30 days of 6-hour sleep, participants' brains showed structural changes equivalent to roughly 9 years of natural aging. The prefrontal cortex was 5% thinner. Amyloid buildup was 28% higher than baseline. The default mode network, the brain's thinking about thinking system, was operating with measurably reduced efficiency. And the participants, they felt fine. The same lie, the same false confidence. This is the thing no one tells you about sleep. The damage is invisible until it isn't. So what do you actually do? 1. Measure your real sleep, not just time in bed. Use a tracker or app to see actual sleep duration. Most people overestimate by 30 to 45 minutes. 2. Protect a 7.5-hour sleep window. Not 7 hours of sleep. A 7.5-hour window between lights off and alarm. Account for the time it takes you to fall asleep and natural micro-wakings. 3. Fix your sleep timing first, duration second. Going to bed at the same time matters more than total hours for the glymphatic system. 4. The recovery is real. A 2019 study found that adding 1 hour of sleep for 14 days reversed about 70% of the cognitive decline from chronic 6-hour sleep. The brain wants to heal. Here's the truth most productivity gurus won't tell you. There's no such thing as a 6-hour person. There are only people who don't know what their brain is missing. If this video changed how you think about sleep, drop a comment with one word. Which day surprised you most? Day 3, day 14, or day 30? I read every comment. And if you want the next part of this story, the exact hour your brain repairs itself during sleep, and the 3 night habits destroying it, subscribe to at Dr. Doodle 101. That video is dropping this Friday. Science made easy, every week.